This was probably one of the single most nerve-wracking and possibly one of the most important moments of my life to date. My eldest daughter was getting married this last summer in a fabulous country house hotel in the Cotswold called Eastington Park. Those that know my other channel will know I've worked in many country house wedding venues, and as such I had a level of expectations. That bar is set very high, especially when it's my daughter's weddings, but you'd expect that. But I'm pleased to say that Eastington Park exceeded these expectations. But this is not a wedding venue review. It's about me having to write a father to the bride speech and deliver it in front of people who I care for the most. The speech, the one where I knew I had to make my daughter Scarlett and my close family proud that I did it. I'm not sure anyone apart from my wife Lisa knew exactly how nervous I was and how important that I felt this speech was to me. Lisa did help me with some initial structure, types of things to mention and include. I know the most memorable speeches include thought-provoking emotional responses and laughter, but I'd be happy with simply getting through. Ideally, I would have memorised the speech, but the fact I was still tweaking it the night before made that impossible. I looked what the father of the bride's speeches should include and be about, following formal tradition layout, as that worked for me. The difficult part was including important parts such as memorable moments and not going on too much. I did have to remove parts and cut it back quite considerably. Once I was at the practicing stage, I found that I just had too much and it was too long. I did not want everybody to get bored and switch off. Maybe I was overthinking it, worrying too much. I'll never know. So here it is, my father of bride speech. I've asked Scarlett, my daughter, if it was okay to make this video, and she kindly said it was. Remember, I was absolutely the most nervous I can ever remember being, ever, or maybe as nervous as I was when I got married the second time, and that was over 20 years ago.
Nothing like building it up. Oh gosh. Come over this way, and there's a flower not in the way. I can see Scarlett. Right. Good afternoon, family, friends, and most importantly, the beautiful couple, it's Scarlett and Ian. It's a true privilege to stand before you today as the proud father of the bride. To begin, I want to extend my warmest thanks to all of you for being here. Your presence means everything to Scarlett and Ian as they begin the new chapter in their lives together.
Oh.
What a magnificent location Scarlett and Ian have found here at Eastington Park for their wedding day. Before I say any more, I do want to say how fabulous the bridesmaids all look. I understand they had a fabulous trip to Zante the other month for the hen-do.
Yes, we did.
I hope you will have a drink. Handy. Toast to the bridesmaids. Now, unaccustomed to public speaking as I am, I've put together a few notes to help me to try not to forget or miss out parts of what I include. So, sorry I'm reading from this, but I didn't get a chance to memorise it. I've had the immense joy of watching Scarlett grow into the incredible woman she is today. From the moment she came into this world, she's been a source of light and joy in our lives, and making us fully aware of her presence. I have so many wonderful memories I could share, too many today, and some that are just for Scarlett and me to bring up in conversation and reminisce together. When Scarlett was little, let me rephrase that. When Scarlett was younger, between the ages of 4 and 7, my parents had a pond in their garden. And no matter how many times we said, don't go near, so you did not fall in, Scarlett would always find herself in the pond. Even when walking hand in hand with me, she still managed to fall in with one foot. It was, to be clear, it was not a once or twice event, this was a regular thing. And it was as if Scarlett was magnetised to that actual pond. During Scarlett's primary school years, she spent every Wednesday night and alternate weekends at mine. And during the drive to school on that Monday and Thursday morning, Scarlett would, the vast majority of the time, request the music that was played. And one of those tracks in particular, Scarlett referred to as the Peoples or Pickles for Sure tune. I believe that tune is still in my top 5 all-time most played music today. Because as soon as it ended, I'd hear a little voice in the back call out, "Can we have that one again, Dad?" And looking back in the mirror, seeing Scarlett sing along, how could I possibly refuse? And thinking about those times now still makes me start today. Let's now come a little bit more up to date. Just before Scarlett joined the army, she would, I think, which would have been about 8 years ago, this was a very serious time for Scarlett, as she'd not met the required time for the entry run. Scarlett back then was not a fan of running, and she absolutely had her heart set on joining the army, and was not really interested in much else, apart from going clubbing with Leah, that is. Scarlett was offered the opportunity to go to prove that she could achieve the time needed at Nestcliff training camp in Shropshire before returning to complete it for qualification purposes. I'm not sure if Scarlett was nervous when I dropped her off or not, but I knew I was. But after, when she told me how she did, in her matter-of-fact way, and that was that, Dad, it's not really an issue, I knew it would not be long until Scarlett would be off making her own route in life. Fast forward to today, and Scarlett recently signed up for a running event. That means she'll be running a half marathon over a couple of days. I'm reliably assured by Scarlett that signing up for this work event has nothing to do with it being held in Cyprus over 10 days. Just to round things off, and in recognition of Scarlett's dedication to the role, Scarlett's been put forward recently by the Army for a Woman in Leadership Award, underlining the fact that she likes to question and disrupt the norm where she feels it's needed.
That's what I just said.
I'm not wrong then. Thank you, Scarlett, for so many happy memories. You are fearless, adventurous, and always determined. I'm so proud of you. Well done, Scarlett.
At this point, Ruben, my son, stopped recording as he thought I'd finished, but I'd not. Let's call it an intermission, and let's not mention the fact that the whole thing was filmed in portrait and not landscape format. Not that he knows that I do YouTube videos.
Some advice, something I would have learned through my life, and to give the happy couple some amazing words of wisdom. Well, unfortunately, whenever I'm asked for advice, I say wear sunscreen. And the only advice I can give you is I've gathered from my 20-odd years of marriage, and that is, there is a name for the person who was very wrong in the marriage, and that's the husband. And if we learn that early, we can't go far wrong. But seriously, love does not make the world go round. Love is what makes the journey enjoyable. Make the most of your opportunities, and most of all, enjoy the journey together. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding and join me in a toast to the bride and groom, Scarlett and Ian.
Well, that was my father and bride speech. A big thank you to Mark, who supplied the microphones and did all the music for the day. I do have a video ready to go on my other channel that goes through the setup Mark used and what was happening on the day. I'm just waiting for him to send over that setup tour so I can drop it in and get that live on that site. If you know him, give him a nudge for me, because I've sent him a couple of messages. Have you had to do a father and bride speech, or are you going to have to do one soon? If you have any questions or thoughts about it, please let me know in the comments. Thank you for getting to this far point in the video. It's really appreciated. If you don't know me, I'm JP and this is my channel, Roving Chestnut. As you made it this far, why not consider subscribing? It costs nothing, absolutely helps my small channel get seen in the big world of YouTube. Small channels like mine need every subscriber, so do please consider a like, a share to one of your like-minded friends, and this will massively help me on my YouTube journey. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to talking with you soon in the comments. JP out. It's normally at this point I'll have something else to mention and say, but I haven't even written anything, and it's so cold in this garage that I'm going to go because it's the time and it's tea time.